What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerd Table. I'm Tommy,
Hell
joined
yeah.
with one of my best friends, Jamie, and
Yep.
there's always a seat for everybody at the Nerd Table.
Damn right it is. There's always a seat at the nerd table for everyone.
Yeah, I
Yep.
I balls that intro up, but who cares? We got a lot to talk about.
Boy, do we. Holy shit. Oh,
Yeah,
by
we
the
do.
way, on the Google Doc, are you gonna use that title that I have?
Let me see what it is.
Okay. I think
Uh,
you'll like it. I think it's
I mean, probably.
yeah, it's at least at least it's not
Let
one thing you
me.
don't have to think about. Right?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, cool.
What have you been up to, bro?
Bro, I'm addicted again to For the King. Holy shit, man. Bro, I get on that fucking game. It's me and Rob, and we could take an entire day and get nowhere in the game. But it's so fun. Like, so we've beaten the first chapter, which it wasn't hard, but it wasn't like easy. So we went
Yeah.
through and we did that. But this second chapter is the most some old bullshit. Like, so you have to go through and protect this thing called the primordial tree.
Hmm.
So you have 6 turns or six full cycles before you like lose. Not only that, you have to go through and stop the scourge, right?
Okay.
Not only that, you have the map isn't small. It is humongous. So you have to get from one point of the map all the way over to the other point of the map, all as well as trying to level up because like once the timer starts for the tree, like you have to like try to prioritize. Okay, so here's what I need to do. All right, so we got to go here. Fuck, we can't go there because we got to level up first. Fuck. Okay, now we got to go over and we got to do this, bro.
So it's just like a mad
A
dash.
it's a mad dash, but you can't. You're not trying to die because like if you go to a certain area, you'll be over. You'll be under leveled.
Hmm.
So you gotta kind of level up, and then like I think at minimum you can be probably level 2 and try to go through and just fight like brute force your way through the level 3 guys. But then
Okay.
you got to make sure you have enough money to, because you have a what's called a land boat, and because that helps you travel faster.
Hmm.
But it's still because the land boat has HP, so you can't go through. There's certain areas that'll like there's like hexagons that'll pop up and it'll be like, oh, wrecked ship. You have to try to roll to get past this, and then if you don't roll good to get past it, the boat takes damage.
Huh.
So then you got to find a shipwright to go through and repair the boat, and then you got to be like, fuck, you gotta go all around the mulberry bush, my dude. It's nuts.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you've been having a
it's
blast with
crazy.
that.
I always have a blast with it. Like For the King is very fun. And not to mention the better you do, you unlock what's called lore books. And these
Hmm.
lore books allow you to start with certain like items, like so they kind of give you an advantage over certain things, or there's a spot where you can use lore books to unlock gold. So you can actually start like with 75 gold, which is pretty fucking good because then you'll be able like, all right, cool. So we're going to just go through and buy like a couple of items and then we'll be able to try to brute force our way through.
Okay.
There's I think 16 different character classes, each with their own positives and negatives. There is a class called the Hobo that gets you a flat 75 across the board with everything, which is pretty good. But you got to unlock them.
Hmm.
And there's other characters that once you go through and find them in the world, they're automatically unlocked in the lore store. Then you can use the lore books to unlock them, so you can have them as a character to use.
That's cool.
Trust me, it's a lot, but it's not too crazy.
Hmm.
You can the better you do, you can start unlocking traits for your characters. So you can unlock a trait that like you'll get better luck, which means like, oh, you'll be able to do crits easier. Or you'll be able to have something where we unlocked medic, which is like a field medic, so you don't have to take a healer. Anybody can have the party heal sub type. So there's a thing called God's Beard, which gives you like X amount of health. But if you have the medic, you can do a party heal with the God's Beard.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's fun, and it's like so. There's the initial 5 chapters, right? And then there's this thing called the Dark Carnival, which is basically a meat grinder. So you just go through, you get your characters and everything, and then you go to their store and you buy items, and then you just try to work your way through.
Mm-hmm.
You work your way through so you don't like immediately die or whatever. So you but the mechanic that they have is on the Dark Carnival is you have carnival tickets. So your carnival tickets can actually take you down different paths. So you'll be able to like level up, or you'll go find like a different shop, or these things called sanctums, where if you have a person like attuned to the sanctum, they get a buff, or full focus, or they get like a really cool ass buff. But the cool part about the sanctum is it acts like a one time use one up. So if your character dies, they come back and half health.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's so much strategy involved, and like you can have a lot of fun with it. That's all I can say.
Gotcha. Nice, nice,
So
nice.
yeah, and good old Borderlands 3 is on the Game Pass.
Yeah, the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, which is nuts. I don't remember beating Borderlands 3.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna try to go through and replay it or play it.
Word.
Kind of remember playing through it, but I'm not 100% sure. I know I didn't. It wasn't Borderlands. It wasn't like Borderlands 2. You know what I mean? I think I
Yeah.
remember playing it.
Yeah, I don't
So
think it was. I don't think it was a bad game. I just think it's hard to top Borderlands 2.
yeah, Borderlands 2 is like the peak.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, Borderlands 4, however,
We'll see.
we'll have to see.
The Borderlands movie kind of killed any excitement I had for that franchise.
Well, yeah, they kind of shit. They definitely shit the bed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That
Yeah.
movie, I didn't get a chance to finish watching it, but I was upset. You know,
Yeah. You're lucky
so
you didn't get a chance to finish it.
yeah,
I saw that bitch
um,
in theaters.
yeah. Oh man, speaking of theaters, I want to see Working Man.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
a trailer for that.
it looks pretty good. Eh, Listen, I like Jason Statham movies because they're terrible most of the time, but they're dumb fun. And I
Yeah.
know a lot of people don't like it, but man, I really enjoyed The Beekeeper.
Fair.
I'm probably in the minority with that. So, but
Yeah.
yeah. But what have you been up to?
So I platinumed Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Nice.
That game is so good. So good. Dude, I love playing as Naue. I love playing as Yasuke.
Hmm.
Um and being able to switch between the two, depending on the moment that I wanted, was really cool. Because if I was traveling, 9 times out of 10 I was playing as Naue just because it was easier.
Hmm.
But like, and if I was doing a castle, like sieging a castle to take out
Uh-huh.
like the samurai bosses in there and all that, I was probably playing as her because of the assassination, and I can just kind of stealth and get in, get out.
Yeah.
There were a few I did as Yasuke because I just wanted to tank some motherfuckers.
Hmm.
But the moments where I played as Yasuke, oh my god, it felt so good. Um,
Nice.
and I would be trying to go through the game with kind of the intent to pick which character felt right for the mission based on like the story,
Yeah.
and I feel like that made my experience a little bit better. There was one moment where I don't know if I talked about this. No, I couldn't have talked about this last time because it happened more recently. I was fighting a boss fight, and I was Yasuke,
Mm-hmm.
and it's another samurai clearly because what else am I going to be fucking fighting in feudal Japan?
True. Yeah.
I get them down to about half health, and fucking Naoe jumps in, starts fighting, and it just switches your character to her, and I'm like, that's like the dopest shit I've ever seen.
Oh wow! So they just did a handshake and passed the
Pretty much just did
between.
baton pass.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
just like tag out. Like, because it's not even like it wasn't even a moment that, which would have been fine, that like Yasuke was like on the ropes and needed saving. No, it was like I'm whooping ass. She's jumping in to whoop some ass and then continue to whoop some ass.
Nice. Tag team off the rope, right?
Pretty much.
Mm.
And then I've been trying to figure out what I'm playing next.
Right.
And I'm not 100% sure.
Mm.
Because I mean, I played Monster Hunter and Assassin's Creed back to back.
Oh wait, time out.
Yeah.
I got the perfect thing for you to play.
What?
South of Midnight. It's coming out on Game Pass like next week or
You right?
this week.
You right?
Yeah. At least you could play it. Shit, I'm not gonna. I don't know when I'll be able to play it.
You should be able to play it on PC.
Yeah. I need to get a Bluetooth dongle for my controller. That's what I really need to do. Because I don't have Bluetooth on my thing, and I don't have a corded Xbox controller. So
Just buy a USB-C cord.
oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do I think I have one. Like I don't know if I
As
have
long
a
as your
long
controller is a USB-C one.
What?
As long as your controller is a USB-C controller, like the newer model.
Yeah, it is. It's a newer model. It has an inch of dust on it.
Yeah, then just get a USB-C cord, or you probably have one lying around somewhere.
Somewhere, or I might just go and hit up like Best Buy or something.
Yeah. But I was thinking about South of Midnight. I just didn't want to wait.
Didn't want to wait. Oh.
Yeah, because I think it's Tuesday that it comes out.
Yeah. Well, if worse comes to worse, you can just what's my name?
I mean, I'm gonna be playing Monster Hunter for a little while anyway.
Oh no, I was gonna say, no, never mind. I keep forgetting you don't like Skyrim like that. Or Fallout, right?
Yeah, Fallout. Well,
Okay.
I mean, Skyrim's not inaccurate.
Yeah, because I was
wasn't
gonna say Atomfall is
Avowed.
out too.
Oh, Atomfall. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that play like Fallout?
Yes, that's why I was saying that you.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna touch it.
Yeah, there's 33 Immortals too. I gotta download that.
That's not out yet though, is it?
You can it's in game preview. I can download it. I can install it right now on the PC.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
The Monster Hunter title update comes out in an hour.
Nice. I like that.
Clearly, it'll already be out when we're posting this because we don't record live. But
yeah,
I'll be playing again. I'll be hunting Mizutsune and Zoshia, and eventually Arc-Tempered Raidou.
All the heavy hitters. All of them. We like it.
But I did go see the new movie, The Woman in the Yard.
Well, how was it?
I wanted more.
I don't like how I guess that's just how it's supposed to look with with you can partially see the lady's face.
Yeah,
But I kind of it would have been better, I guess, if you couldn't see her face through the shawl. Because
yeah,
even in the trailers, because I don't like scary movies, and everybody else knows I don't like scary movies. You can partially see her face, and I'm like, well, that's not really scary. I mean, I guess it's scary like if she's in the house and she's fucking with your shit, you know?
yeah. It
Um,
it was weird. Um,
oh no, is that movie like an allegory for something?
it
Isn't it like an allegory for nosy neighbors?
no. Um, it's I'm trying to think of the words for it. It ends up being more of a reflection on like trauma and all that. Because
Oh.
do you want me to get into spoilers?
No, because
Okay.
who knows? Who knows is actually gonna, we're global, so we don't know who's gonna actually end up going to go see it.
I mean, that's
So,
why I was going to give a spoiler warning.
all right.
But it's it's weird, dude. Because like the premise of it is like uh the main character
Mm-hmm.
Ramona. She's recovering from a car accident that uh, took the life of her husband.
Right.
And she's got her 2 kids and
Mm-hmm.
taking care of them. And she's having to kind of deal with the grief of losing her husband and the injury of her leg from the accident.
Mm-hmm.
Well, her son's kind of getting stuff ready for the morning and all
Mm-hmm.
that. She comes down, looks out the window, sees the woman in the yard,
Right.
goes to confront him. Uh, Typical horror movie, like cryptic answer, like "Why are you here?" Blah 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 blah. And she starts creeping closer to the house, like incrementally, not even
Well,
walking, just like boom, closer.
how? Bro, that's why you always need to have salt, man. You go and assault the perimeter of the house.
But
That way, no evil can trespass.
as she's getting closer, everyone's getting more paranoid, naturally.
Mhm. Of
Uh,
course.
Ramona's getting more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about towards the woman, like towards her children.
Right.
And it just it went a route that I wish that it didn't.
Okay.
Like you could see where it was going, and that they could have gone left, and they could have gone right, and they definitely went right when they should have gone left.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a choice.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is what I'll say about it without it being spoilery.
Mm-hmm.
It would have made more sense to go almost in like a haunting or like demonic route
Right.
than to go into a explanation about like, I mean, not explanation, but to go into like a mirror realm like can't cope with grief type of route they went.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they pulled the okey doke on you where you thought it was gonna be a horror movie, which it is still, but it's not what you wanted in a horror movie.
Yes.
If that make okay.
Yes. And I will warn anybody,
Mm-hmm.
only because of the fact that I feel like it's fair to tell people about that stuff, this kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
If you're very sensitive about animals, don't watch the movie.
Damn, that means the dog does
There's a
die in
chicken
the end.
coop. Oh, the dog doesn't die in the end.
Oh.
Dog dies in the beginning.
Damn.
They don't show the death on screen. The dog just disappears, but they imply it dies.
That sucks.
Right?
Well, I guess that's going on the list of on the website. Does the dog die?
Yeah.
Damn.
But so yeah, I saw that. Been playing Monster Hunter. Been playing Assassin's Creed, and I've been playing Marvel Rivals, which we should talk about for a minute
Right.
because we're getting season 2 next week. It is the Hellfire Gala, like I said it would be.
Mm-hmm. You definitely did call it.
We're getting Emma Frost.
Which she has been spoiled, but
She could smother me.
All of her moves haven't been named yet, so we'll see what happens. I saw a short preview before we started about what her moves look like, and
Yeah.
she looks pretty fun. She has she's kind of like she has like a Penny shield, except for you know how Penny shoots her web to stop like a big explosion. She has what's the guy's name from Overwatch? Sigma.
Yeah.
She has Sigma shield where you just throw it out and it just sits there.
So the Magneto shield.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Like it's just up for a second and then down.
No. You throw it out, it has its own health.
The one that just shoots out.
Yeah, Sigma.
Yeah. Yep. We're there.
And then she has a I think her left click or her right trigger is a beam that just kind of sticks on somebody and just causes damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way it looks. I'm not 100% sure. And then I was talking to you about the command grab she has. So she has a grab that she can grab you, like she grabs you, slams you down, picks you up, and kicks you behind her. But you can angle it so you can kick somebody off of a ledge.
Nice.
That's not going to be annoying, obviously. She has her what is it? She has her diamond form, which I think it just gives her a little bit of invulnerability, or gives her it probably just gives her armor. Which is fine, whatever. And then her ultimate, which I'm still confused about. It's a psychic blast. It's like a continuous pulse of psychic energy. However, I don't know if it pulls people toward her. So, I mean, if it does,
probably not.
That's pretty broken because you do it right near a ledge and everybody just dies.
Gone. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Jeff 2.0, right?
I did see her team up with Magneto and Psylocke.
Oh,
that
nice.
Creates a clone of Magneto and Psylocke. And the clone can just shoot things. I saw that they were changing team ups and adding some, which I liked. Wanda and Strange get a team up.
Nice.
They took Strange out of the Hulk and Iron Man team up. They took Namor out of. Hold on, let me just pull it up.
That's one of the things that I actually like, that they can just continuously change shit because they're dealing with Marvel characters and Marvel properties. Each character has literally seen another character in some way, shape, or form, so you can always have like a different team up regardless. Everybody has teamed up with everybody at least once. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Scarlet Witch and Strange are a new team up. Where it can enhance Scarlet Witch's attack, which would turn it into a rapid fire, long range orb instead of just the Chaos Orb.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Damn, that does sound pretty fun.
Captain America and Winter Soldier get a team up.
Ooh.
Winter Soldier can leap to allies similar to Cap's charge attack. And if the two clash, it makes the effect even stronger, dealing damage and debuffing enemies.
Oh, nice. I like it.
So, like, remember in Civil War, where they're doing the team up and, like, he, like, punches Cap's shield? It's that.
Oh, okay. I got it. Oh, that's not bad. I like that.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the link for it. I'm looking. They announced some buffs and nerfs.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, there's a lot of changes there, but they announced some skins. They announced that after
They got
this
Hellfire
season,
Gala skins, which are
yeah,
clean.
that after this season we're going to be getting a new character every month instead of every 6 weeks,
All
and
right.
that seasons will be 2 months instead of 3.
Damn, why are they? I guess
I guess
getting
because
the
people are
content
getting.
out.
I think people are getting done with the content faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. I hope they just don't. What's the word? You know, run into some issues with like releasing characters too fast where they're broken.
I don't think that's the case. That's going to be the case because they said before season 1 even dropped that they were uh, already done with season 3 content.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So they're a few seasons ahead, at least, which I like a lot. Okay, here it is. So Metallic Chaos and uh, Voltic Union. So the Scarlet Witch and Magneto team up, along with, and then Thor, Cap, and Storm team up are totally gone.
Damn.
Yeah, they removed those from the game. Psylocke was taken out of the Magic and Black Panther team up. Winter Soldier has been removed from the Ammo Overload team up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Namor was taken out of the Jeff and Luna Snow team up, and Strange was removed from the Gamma Charge team up. So that's the change to that.
Okay. All right. That
But
sounds good.
they've added a few to, like, where they removed, they also added. I'm trying to find where they added it as well.
Yeah.
But okay, here it is. So for Gamma Charge, they put Namor instead of Strange,
All right.
which is kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Uh, Am-
Does that make him his turrets that'll have the gamma damage as
yes.
well?
Instead of the
Ooh.
ice octopus, it'll have Gamma.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds super fun.
So Ammo Overload will only have Rocket and Punisher.
Mm.
Dimensional Shortcut will just be Magic and Black Panther. Chilling Charisma will just be Luna and Jeff. Then there's, let's see, still the Fantastic Four. The Arcane Order, which is uh, Strange and Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Stars Aligned, which is Cap and Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mental Projection, which is Emma Frost, Magneto, and Psylocke.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I like it.
And we're getting a brand new map called, not called, we're getting Krakoa. For the
I
first
didn't see
half.
that yet.
We're getting Krakoa on the first half of season 1, like season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're supposed to be getting some Ultron map on the second half.
Okay, because Ultron's going to be the next coming, right?
Yep.
Right.
Because this one's like Ultron invades the Gala type of a thing.
Oh. Huh. That's actually kind of weird. But strangely makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it.
I could definitely see it because it's a large gathering of mutants and heroes for like a gala basically. And then Ultron just comes through and crashes the party. You know,
It's
I
like,
don't know
let's
which
fuck shit
version of
up.
Ultron this is, and Ultron Mark 50,000. I don't fucking know.
Dude, what's wild is in the comics right now, Ultron's a hero.
That also applies. I mean, because remember, Brainiac was a hero at one point. Brainiac 8 was a hero?
Yeah,
Because
I
the
think so.
Brainiac 8 was the one that joined the Young Justice, I do believe. I know there was
And
a
there's the future Brainiac that was in Legion.
Yeah. Good old Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah. So, I'm
Right.
excited for Rivals.
Yes.
The next thing.
I might have to go back and start playing Rivals again.
Yeah, you do. The next thing's hilarious, man. Because anytime we can dunk on GameStop, we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
And I don't say
love
that to
dunking
try
on
to be
GameStop.
toxic, everybody. But
For personal
GameStop,
reasons.
it's very personal. GameStop has put us through quite a bit.
Yes.
And made a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Hell yeah.
Right in the asshole. GameStop is shutting down even more stores.
Yep. Even more stores are shutting down.
After
and why are they
shutting down
more stores?
over a third of them.
Yes, over a third of them.
And why are they shutting them down, Jamie?
No, I was gonna tell you, you need to hit him with it.
No, that's all right. We were both trying to set each other up for it for the good moment.
Yeah, well, I was setting you up. I was shooting you the layup so you can go
and I was trying to shoot it to you too.
Yeah,
we both had the ball.
Yeah.
So GameStop has this great little trend of jumping on the hype about 2 years too late.
Yes. As evident from the first time they tried to jump on the hype train when they had fidget spinners. Holy shit, that was
when
a
they
dumb
tried to
idea.
jump on the hype train of taking in iPhones for trade.
Or when they tried to jump onto the hype of NFTs.
Or TCGs.
Yep. But now their latest money-making scheme is...
crypto!
Yes, folks, crypto. GameStop, for some odd reason, wants to use their liquid capital to fund crypto. And to do this,
we're not talking about the super dog.
No, we are not. Crypto, that would be crypto with a K, not crypto with a C. However, they're using the capital that they would have saved from these stores that they're closing
to invest in crypto,
which is the dumbest idea ever. GameStop continues to be a meme company at this point.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, seriously, like,
I don't understand how Ryan Cohen, hey, I don't know how he's still CEO.
Right.
But he's clearly a successful CEO, but they continue to make every bad decision.
Yeah.
Which is somehow not just a GameStop CEO exclusively like him. It's a GameStop CEO problem in general.
Yeah.
Because
except for the first guy who was there.
Well, yeah.
He was good. And then after that, everybody just fell. Like, I guess they tried to they wanted to walk out of his shadow, and they've just been stumbling ever since.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like, how do you go from having a successful company like Chewy to going into GameStop, and you're still making the same bad decisions that the previous leadership made?
Yeah. Like, real bad decisions.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Crypto's not where it's at. You know?
No. Crypto's tanking.
And yes. And it's not going to continue to tank as bad as we think, but it's going to tank, and it's going to hurt. You know?
It's seen its heyday, though.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not a currency that the market's too volatile. It goes up and down quicker than the stocks.
It's also unregulated.
That too. So, like, if they could ever figure out how to regulate it,
Its entire appeal is its risk.
yeah,
People like it because it's unregulated, but because of that, it's a very risky market.
yeah, like it's super risky.
Yeah.
Like,
It's also got like a really bad ecological impact.
yes, it is is horrible on the power grid.
Yeah.
Because like to mine a single coin, you're using a shit ton of electricity. You know?
Yeah. Like, I can't believe I have to say this sentence.
Mm-hmm.
GameStop. It didn't work for the Haktua girl. It's not gonna work for you.
Yeah, damn. I forgot all about that. I feel bad for her because I don't think that was her decision. I think she just okayed it saying, "Oh, I think this will be fun." And then it blew up in her face and now she's
Yeah,
gone
like her management or somebody close to her definitely got her on that rug pull scheme. But
yeah. They set her up to fail.
I don't want to say this to sound like I think she's like dumb or whatever. I don't think she's that smart to con the entire internet.
Yeah.
Because that would take someone of either a really good understanding of social media,
Mm-hmm.
or someone who's just brilliant to figure out to do that successfully.
Yeah. You know, somebody
And
you go through and you pump and then
she
you just
ain't
dump
it.
all your shares, you know?
Yeah. Like,
Leave everybody hanging, holding the bag. But I mean, like, she seemed like she was a genuine person. Like, I
yeah.
don't think fame really got to her. And then, like, I think she just, the whole podcast thing probably was a way just to try to keep her relevant still. And then
Keep the money
crypto
coming.
scheme, yeah, the crypto scheme came in and just, you know, fuck. That's all
Like,
I can say.
she ain't a Logan Paul who is a social media genius.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
man,
she just kind of.
I hate Logan Paul, I hate Jake Paul, but
Mm,
they are a walking viral mind.
yeah.
They understand the internet better than almost anybody. They could pump and dump like that.
Yeah, of course.
If I remember correctly, I think Logan did. Allegedly,
what?
don't quote me on that, internet. He's real quick to hit a cease and desist. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Hit you with the off the South Park. Allegedly.
Yeah. Alleged. Not saying you did it.
We can neither confirm nor deny.
But I'm not saying you didn't. But you definitely went to Japan, though.
Well.
But you ain't going back.
Yeah.
That I can say.
Yeah, that we can all say because
Very
there were
confidently.
pictures. Yeah, there were pictures, and he definitely.
There was video, sir.
Oh yeah. There's videos. Yeah.
He ain't going back.
No, he has a lifetime ban, and that's saying something, bro. That's embarrassing.
That man got excommunicated.
Yeah,
but that's not the point.
He best be glad he didn't have the adjudicators running after his dumbass.
Oh man, GameStop be GameStopping though.
Yeah, GameStop be just
like
GameStop be fucking up.
Do you think that this is not the final nail, but you think we're getting there? Because I think this is desperate.
No, GameStop is just basically a roach. You can't kill it.
You're not wrong.
It's surviving everything. Every
Barely.
bad decision.
Barely.
It's every bad decision that they've made, it puts them in the news and people talk about them, and then they kind of just disappear for a bit, and then they do something even stupider, and it just doesn't, it they don't get stopped. You know what I
I
mean?
blame Reddit for this.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because of the
For it surviving.
yeah, for
The
taking
meme
it to
stock.
the moon. We're taking it to the moon, guys.
And all y'all motherfuckers that wrote it out, guess what? You broke now. Because you
Yeah,
didn't sell. Because it's
true.
back down to normal.
Yeah, I would have tried to. I definitely would have waited until the very last minute to be when it started to look like and it was dipping. Yep, sell all my stuff. I need my money now.
Dog, I would have got out on the rise.
Yeah.
I would have taken my bag and gone home. But they fumbled that.
Yeah, they fumbled the bag hard.
Speaking of GameStop fumbling,
Mm-hmm.
what else have they
That was a good.
fumbled recently, Jamie?
Damn, that was a good segue, by the way. I like that. Good job, sir.
Thank you.
I gotta give you a clap right there,
Thank you, sir.
bro. Of the many things that GameStop has fumbled, one of the biggest fumbles, one of the things that made GameStop
A
GameStop.
historic fumble.
Yeah, and a historic fumble. But it's made GameStop GameStop. They fumbled Game Informer.
Yep.
And it sucks because a lot of people, we know exactly because we were pushing Game Informers all the time. Always enjoyed like looking at them when they came into the store and everything. And, grabbing
Oh,
one by
dogs.
accident and
They
taking it home.
they were my poop reads.
Yeah. I mean, I think there were a lot of people's poop reads.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds bad, but it's not bad because there was enough information in there that would justify it.
Yeah.
It was a good magazine book that you could put in the bathroom to read because all the articles were really good.
Yeah.
You know,
It was worth it.
it was very worth it, It was guaranteed you're getting one every month, you know?
Yep.
So, but the best part about it is Game Informer's coming back.
Yeah, it is.
And they're coming back with a vengeance. And
With
the
its
best
original staff.
with the original staff that's getting paid more, which is a
And
plus.
total control.
And exactly, total control. That's what we like to hear. When
The
somebody
best
has
part,
total control.
not owned by GameStop.
Yeah, exactly. Not owned by GameStop. Not owned by the corporate overlords that are called GameStop.
Yeah.
Now, I will have to put a slight caveat on this. So they are bringing back their publication, meaning that they're bringing back their book, but they're also bringing it back digitally.
Yep.
I don't know about the book subscription, but the digital subscription would probably be up my alley.
You know what I think might happen?
What?
And I think that it'll go the IGN GameSpot route where it's just a gaming website.
Yeah.
That posts its articles there.
Oh, shit. That's fine.
And like we'll see that exist and they'll get the previews and the videos and the podcasts and all that. And their money will come from the ad revenue instead of subscriptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, they've already got like big bucks backing them.
Yeah.
Which I would love to have heard the conversation of how they were able to acquire the right to operate as Game Informer.
Yeah.
Because GameStop owned that shit 100%.
Unless the CEO of or the CEO of Game Informer just actually owned the name, like he decided he saw the writing was coming on the wall, and so he decided to buy the rights.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know how that works, but I mean, he could have done that. I think that'd be pretty badass if he did. Which he was like, "Oh yeah, GameStop. Oh, you want to start? You want to play around? Okay, cool. Go to their parent company of games. Oh, no, go through and actually purchase the rights of the name.
Yeah.
Now
Wow.
I wonder, is it because Game Informer was not a compound word, correct? It was just two separate words, but they were close together, right?
1 sec.
All right. Because if it is like that, they might have gone
Yeah, it's
through
2
and
words.
oh, it's 2 words. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I mean,
So
I'm not even mad at it.
GameStop acquired the complete rights to Game Informer
Mm-hmm.
when it merged with Barnes and Noble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now wait a minute. Did GameStop just forget about the renew the rights for it once they got
Let
rid
me
of them?
see.
Because if they did if GameStop was dumb enough to forget to renew the rights to own the name, then it's on them.
Someone purchased it. Gunzilla Games purchased Game Informer.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I would love to hear the conversations of like GameStop giving that up, because GameStop don't give up that shit.
Yeah.
They'll shut it down and just let it sit for eternity.
Yeah, they do the thing where a studio will buy a script from a guy and then just freeze it.
Looking at you,
Like,
Warner Brothers.
yeah, they'll buy it and be like, "Yeah, we're not gonna do anything from it. We just wanted to take it from you so you can sell it to someone else."
Yeah.
It's like, "Wow, you're such an asshole." Yeah, it is what it is, and they just walk away.
Or make the whole ass movie and just never release it.
Mm-hmm.
Still looking at you, Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I am looking forward to the County versus Acme whenever it comes out.
You mean because someone actually bought it from Warner Brothers?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
Now, if someone would do that for Batgirl,
Oh man, I think that's like
it's
gone
impossible
wrong.
to happen because Warner Brothers owns DC.
Yeah. I also think that's either one of two things.
Amazing or
Either
trash?
no, it's probably in a vault or they just deleted it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because if they just deleted a whole movie, you're like, bro, that's so you streamed it for everybody who worked on it and then you just delete it? Wow, how ballsy are y'all, you
And
know?
y'all paid millions upon millions of dollars to make that movie
Yeah,
and
like
just decided it wasn't worth
I
it?
still don't understand the write-offs in Hollywood. Like how does this this has to be an accountant nightmare. Like if you're not part of the process and you're just looking in and you're just trying to figure out where all the money's going, bro, your head'll spin.
I'm convinced Hollywood's just a Ponzi scheme, honestly.
I mean, I'm not gonna say nothing, bro. You're gonna have Acme lawyers coming after you, my dude.
I'm gonna have the Illuminati coming after me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right.
Fuck them. I don't give a shit. I'll say it. Come at me. I'll pull a fucking Huey Freeman and just get up on stage and be like, Jesus was black, Ronald Reagan was the devil, and the government is lying to you about 9/11.
Oh, hilarious.
I don't give a shit.
I thought you were gonna do the Riley speech from when he was talking to the guy about the fuck, what is it? It was the chocolates or was it the cookies that he was trying to sell?
Sir, you know I can't do that one.
Oh, wait, yeah, he did drop an N-bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait a
Yeah.
minute. I'm trying. I was like, hold on, let me. I gotta go through and replay it. I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that one. I'm a little limited into what I can do on from the Boondocks here.
Yeah, that's true.
Like quite limited.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, you could do gin rummy and everything. The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Meaning, there are known knowns and there are
Like
unknown unknowns.
I can't even
Hold on,
quote I can't even quote Riley on Tom Dubois losing his wife to Usher.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You lost her to Usher? Damn.
Would be me. Would be me.
not even T.I. A real like T.I. Oh,
Oh man. So now I want to watch the Boondocks.
dog, it's been popping up as clips, as like Facebook reels of
mhm,
it. It's so funny. It's
mhm.
it's these two sisters behind a laptop, and
Uh-huh.
it's clips of the Boondocks, and they just look at the camera and in fucking unison do the exact quote from the Boondocks.
Damn, that's pretty good.
One of them was about the bar on a French fry.
Oh.
The teacher, how's
Oh,
you gonna borrow a French fry? Is you gonna
what
give it back or something?
the voice actor who did that is he's a white guy. He's
Yes.
I'm so surprised. I can't remember his name, but I'm like, bro, I didn't know you were saying the N word like that.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, let's go.
Yo, he was comfortable with it.
I mean,
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
probably
sure
not
he's
really.
yeah, not really, but I think it's just because like I think they're playing it for laughs
Oh, for
because
sure.
it was and he's a comedian anyway.
Yeah.
It's they literally parodied
The other like the
actual
teacher that
event.
actually did it.
Yeah, it's like that's the funny part. That's why it's so funny, bro. Fucking, I swear. Do you know how crazy it would be if the fucking Boondocks came back now? Holy shit!
They have to recast Granddad though.
Well, yeah, that's true. They, I would, I wouldn't mind closure on that. Uh, it would be sad, but I think it would be kind of cathartic because it's back and Aaron McGruder going through and just talking about how shitty everything is going on
Now, if they
and
were
the
to retcon
parodies.
season 4, I'm okay with that.
I think they'd probably just skip over season 4
As
and
they should.
just like how the Chappelle show is only 2 seasons and not that shitty third season where
You mean the
Chappelle
lost
disappeared.
episodes?
Yeah, the lost episodes. That could pound sand.
I mean, the lost episodes exist on DVD. If you buy the whole box set, it's 1, 2, and the lost episodes.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's one of those many times at GameStop where I should have got something because it was dirt cheap and somebody
Yeah.
traded it in. So
Dexter, can you say it? I can't say it. You ain't gonna say it? You're goddamn useless. Hold on. So, GameStop be fumbling.
GameStop be fumbling.
Oh.
All right, now it's time for the main event.
Yeah.
Of the broadcast.
Like, this was the warm up. Like, that was the warm up. This is where you're just seeing the big meaty men slapping meat.
That was the main card, not the main card. That was the
Prelims.
undercard. Those two topics were the undercard. This is the main event.
Yeah.
So this is all the heavy hitters. All right.
The Switch 2!
Switch 2 has been announced, baby.
Still wish it was called the Super Switch.
Yeah, should have been called the Super Switch.
Yeah.
Bro, what if they called it the Super Switch and then have it like Super Nintendo colors instead of the classic red? Bro.
I'd come. I'd come. There's no other way to put that.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even be mad about it, you know what I mean? That would be... okay, so, all right, time out.
My Super Switch would be white.
Yeah, it would be. It would be white with the Joy-Cons colored as the
Still
Super
white?
Nintendo controllers with the buttons colored.
Real sticky.
Gross.
I told you I'd come all over it.
But no, I think, bro, I think Nintendo would do something like that. I think they could do something like that. Like they make a special edition Switch 2
Yeah.
and call it Switch 2 Super.
Dexter, stop.
Come on now. That
Yeah.
that writes itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's start off with the big stuff of it.
All right. Well, let's start with the release date.
That's exactly what I was going to start with.
Oh, okay, cool. So comes out June 5th.
And it's $450.
Yes, 450.
Or $500 bundled with Mario Kart World.
Yep.
And
Which
one might think that means their games are $50 or $70, or well, $50, $60, right? No, they're 80.
No, you are wrong, sir.
They're 80 fucking dollars, which is a $20 price increase.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think they really conveyed like pricing well because I looked on there like remakes are not going to be that expensive.
Yeah.
Like
well, some of them are. Breath of the Tears of the Kingdom is.
Yeah, because that just came out. That came out what, last year?
Yeah.
2 years ago?
I also hate that they're going the Sony route and charging for the upgrades.
Yeah, that is pretty bullshit. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I have the Switch cartridge. You have the performance boost.
Yeah. Just marry them together, you win.
But you're paywalling me here.
Yeah. They're pulling a early 2010s Ubisoft. That's what they're doing.
They're pulling something.
$10. That's some bullshit.
That was EA.
That was EA Project 10? I thought that was Ubisoft.
Ubisoft jumped in on it later, but the whole Project $10 thing was EA.
Oh, okay. Well, EA doing scummy shit as usual.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that now because it was Battlefield 3 because we had like
Mass Effect.
Yeah, and Mass Effect because people wanted to play Battlefield, but people got it and then just traded it in because they didn't want it because there was other games to play. And then they were like, "Well, now you got to go through and pay the $10 so you can actually get the pass so you can play online." Yep. Man, that's some old bullshit.
So, pre-orders for Switch 2.
Yes, pre-orders
start on April 9th.
Yes, which is
next week. Well, Wednesday
of next week.
Yeah.
So at the time of recording, it's a little under a week before it gets
pre-ordered. One thing I do like is how Nintendo is handling being able to buy them from Nintendo.
Yeah, I do like that.
If you're buying it from Nintendo itself instead of like Amazon or GameStop or Best Buy, they will give out invitations. Wait, what? Hold on. If you wish to purchase from the Nintendo store, you can register for your interest of the Switch 2 or the Mario Kart World bundle. If selected, those registered will be sent an invite to their Nintendo account when it's time to purchase. Invitations will go out on May 8th and be prioritized on a first-come, first-served basis to registrations who have purchased a Nintendo Switch Online membership with a minimum of 12 months prepaid membership and a minimum of 50 total gameplay hours as of April 2nd, 2025.
Damn.
That's wild. You have to have had an online membership for a year and played 50 hours.
Oh, I mean, that should be like a lot of people.
Which means I'm going to register for that right now.
Yeah, register for right now and get that shit over with. That way you're not having to, you gotta...
Yep. I'm doing that. I'm literally doing that right now.
Wait, are you on IGN?
Yes.
Okay, all right. The reason why is I'm on IGN as well, and I saw the exact paragraph you read.
Yes.
Man.
So
I'm surprised. And I'm pretty sure it'll give Nintendo time if I give them this idea that they haven't made a Nintendo specific brand mousepad.
Give it time.
Yeah. Fun fact, apparently the Switch 2 is region locked.
Japan.
Yes.
Only the Japanese one.
Right. Which makes sense, you know.
So it's not even that it's fully region locked, it's language locked.
Oh, all right. Well, if it's just language locked, then just figure out how to read.
Learn Japanese, bitch.
Exactly.
Let's see.
But in other news,
real quick
a
though,
couple of upgrades.
do I which one do I register for? Basic or Mario Kart?
You obviously registered for Mario Kart, silly. What the fuck are you talking about?
You know, that's fair.
You nut. The fuck are you talking about? It's like, hey, do I want the base of this, or do I want to just not get Mario Kart for $50 because you know it's $80, you know, or $90 or whatever the fuck
You know,
it
that's
is,
fair.
you know?
Which, by the way, it's $80 for a digital copy of Mario Kart World.
Mm-hmm.
Saves you $30 if you buy it as the bundle.
Yeah, it just makes sense to get the bundle.
Yes. Yep.
So a couple new features. One, it has 256 gigs of storage, which is phenomenal because the Switch had hardly any storage.
Yep.
And but I will say this, if you want expanded storage, you need to get micro SD express
Cards.
cards. That's the standard now going forward for the Switches, Switch 2s that is. So please make sure you get the correct card or you will be boned.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll say Express on it, or I think it's XP
That
on
sounds
some
right.
of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, just make sure you're looking for, or if you don't want to, you know, go that route, just go to like Best Buy, Micro Center, you know, GameStop, I guess.
I'm not gonna lie. Personally, fuck GameStop.
Right.
Right in the asshole.
Yep.
But for something that specific, just go to GameStop. They're gonna carry that exact thing, and because of how GameStop labels things for selling, because GameStop has to make selling those items as foolproof as possible.
Yeah.
They're gonna make you're gonna know it's the right thing. It's gonna say Switch 2 on that bitch.
Yes.
If you go to Best Buy, they're gonna sell you one. It might be a little bit cheaper, but you have a chance of getting one that's meant for like a camera or a cell phone or something and it might not be the right thing.
Yeah, and then you have to do the rigmarole of trying to figure out with Best Buy and
GameStop is exclusively for that.
Yeah, that's the reason why GameStop exists, unfortunately. For if you're looking for something super specific,
I thought it was to sell Funko Pops.
Well, that too. I mean, I remember those days of Funko Pop wall, a wall of Funko Pops.
And it's still those days.
Yeah.
I remember the days before selling Funko Pops.
Yeah. I remember the days of people pre-ordering Funko Pops just to find the chase and then returning them.
I remember someone getting fired over that.
Yeah, those persons will not be named at this time.
No, they won't. But she got fired right out of a cannon.
Yep, out of the cannon into a brick wall. GG, no reason.
Other features from this new console. They're finally bringing in game chat to the Switch,
which is going to be fun.
It has a new C button that toggles the game chat on and off, and it has a microphone built in on the Switch. And they claim that it's a kind of noise canceling, like almost like voice focusing type of microphone, that it's only going to pick you up.
I'll believe that when I see it, to be honest.
Right?
Because that's a huge ask for Nintendo, who has historically had shitty online services.
Yeah. Their
I don't understand how
Joy-Cons,
Nintendo keeps fucking that up.
their Joy-Cons will have a mouse mode,
Which
which
I think is really cool. Like,
see, I'm on the other side of it where I'm like, who asked for this?
bro, like you say this now, and then once they release Advance Wars, whatever, and then you could use your fucking mouse, your Joy-Con as a mouse, you'll be like, okay, now I understand
Well,
why
one
they made.
thing I saw that I don't know if you saw this one or not, but they were
Mhm.
like, "Oh, playing Metroid Prime 4 on Switch 2, you can hold one Joy-Con like a Joy-Con and put the other that's like for your aiming in mouse mode.
That's
So
pretty
you
cool,
can walk with an analog stick and aim like a mouse."
bro. What if they use this for like Call of Duty? That's gonna be silly.
I mean, I'm
The
sure if you can use it on Metroid, uh when and if Call of Duty comes to Switch 2, it will.
that literally gives Switch owners an advantage over, over like regular, like, you
Yeah,
know,
controller.
because, yeah, regular controller players, because now you'll be able to aim as fast as you can point the cursor on their face and click the button and blow their head off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, but I mean also
I honestly kind of want to play a
maybe four
Splatoon with
people will
that.
maybe four people will play it like that.
Yeah, I mean, true, but I mean, then you've got Splatoon, and I think that'll be the bee's knees. To be honest with you, you know how fun it would be to play Splatoon, bro. You know how fast your reaction time would be playing Splatoon with a
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
Joy-Con with the mouse. Oh my god, like you're gonna be doing some extra silly shit, man. Bro, you're gonna be like K dashing around and stuff like that, and be like, bro, what? Oh my god, my brain, I'm bouncing around. I'm bouncing around. There's a game called Guns the Duel. Back in the day, bro, if they could bring out a game similar to that on the Switch, holy shit. That would be silly, because then you have the best of both worlds. You have the console, and then you have the mouse and non-keyboard. You have the mouse and an actual joystick that works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro! Bro, oh my god, you'd be just doing extra dumb shit, zipping around, doing the K dashes everywhere and shit. Like, stop. That's all I have to say.
Jamie just got real hyped for that.
I feel that this is such a smart innovation that it opens up this game to more things. Bro, you'll be able to fucking play League of Legends on there, because why not? You have a fucking mouse now. You can play Smite. Why not? You have a mouse on the console. Jesus. Terrible.
So, other things that were announced.
Yes.
Accessories.
Oh, wait, no. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's go
Well,
over the Switch console itself. Let's back it up. Hit the
okay.
backup music. Bro, it has a 7.9 LCD screen, which
Oh, I was
is
gonna get to that
bigger.
later.
Oh, no. Let's talk about it now.
All right, let's do it.
So now that you're gonna have
Bums me out
a
because it's
better
not an OLED.
one of my friends talked to me about that. He said he's gonna wait for an OLED model because it's on the way. It can do 1080p, but like once you put it in dock mode, then you'll be able to do the
4K.
higher resolutions, higher
4K up
frame
to
rates. And all this stuff.
120 FPS.
Yep. Also, if a lot of
And
people
HDR.
didn't, yes, and HDR. That's actually good if you have a TV that supports HDR. One
And ray
other
tracing
thing.
and DLSS.
Yes, all the good bells and whistles, which is, not Nintendo's forte about doing bells and whistles. Two things,
Stuff that
however,
Xbox and PlayStation were doing on the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, kind of.
on the news.
Other than ray tracing and Well, it had minor ray tracing, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So the dock, however, has
a
a fan,
fucking fan.
which is nuts. So that means if you're heavily playing, it's gonna have a fan to keep it cool,
Yeah,
which is great. Also, some people
them
are now
switches be
pointing
getting
out,
hot.
yes, people are now pointing out after not seeing it the first time, there is a Ethernet port on there, so you don't have to play on Wi-Fi, which is good
Which
because
is a feature that
better.
they took from the OLED model of the Switch.
Mm.
Because the OLED dock has an Ethernet port.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I only know
Nice.
because I own one. Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Once
So
the Switch 2 comes out and I get a Switch 2, I'm gonna sell my OLED model. That I'm gonna be like, this motherfucker barely got used. Buy this.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, I got a Switch 2. I don't need this.
Yeah. Factory reset and reset it and everything.
Yeah.
Use that to offset the cost of your Switch.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people are gonna be doing anyway.
Another feature is I know all y'all been playing a Switch for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the attachment of the Joy-Cons to the console can feel a little wobbly, a little cheap.
Yeah.
It's magnetic now
Yeah. So
instead of plastic rails.
it's gonna connect real good.
Yep.
I'd like to know because I'm pretty sure now that we have the Switch 2 accessories and shit that they're talking about, I want to know who's going to be making like crazy extra stuff, you know?
Probably Hori
Like
still.
yeah, because remember like a couple of months after the original Switch came out, that's when they were selling like the shells for the Joy-Cons and
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that, where you could go through and have like the clear purple plastic shell and shit. Oh man, that's
Them
gonna be
warranty
nuts.
voiders.
Yeah, of course. I mean, warranty voiders, but then how many people voided their warranty to fix stick drift?
Well, Nintendo started repairing those.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame because Nintendo could have had better, you know, Joy-Cons or joysticks.
Which they allegedly will for this one.
Yeah. That's all right. Well, there you go.
That being said, I've had multiple Switches and never once experienced drift.
Oh, I experienced drift on mine. That's why I got the Pro Controller. To be honest with you,
Fair enough.
probably one of the only reasons why I got the Pro Controller. That and to play like Splatoon better.
Speaking of Pro Controller,
Yes.
we got a new
Speaking
model of the Pro Controller.
Yeah. So it looks
Almost exactly
actually
the same.
no, hold on. Uh yeah, it looks it's the exact same except there's the C button in the center of the thing.
And
Uh
the shoulder buttons are like a silver instead of a black.
yeah, so it's pretty
Um,
much almost the same
the
damn
big
thing, to be honest.
difference, like it's still gonna have the Amiibo reader. It's still
Mhm.
gonna charge with USB-C. The
Mhm.
biggest difference is that on the back it has two programmable buttons that you can use almost I mean like as just mappable buttons. So like if you're playing a shooter and you don't want to reload, you can just press on the back to reload so you don't have to like take your thumb off the analog stick
Yeah,
or
exactly.
whatever you feel like. That'll
Yeah.
be $80.
Hey, 80 is the same price as the I know it's $10 more because the Pro Controller was 60, right?
I think Pro Controller was 70.
Okay, so yeah, it's still $10 difference.
Yeah.
I mean
Um
that's not to be honest with you, that's not bad.
Pro Controller
Uh,
feels nice, so I would spend 80 on a Pro Controller. Old Pro
yeah,
controllers are still compatible with the Switch 2.
yeah. So if you have, you know,
Like
it's just missing
I'm
the C
not
button.
gonna buy a new Pro controller for 2 extra buttons.
I will, however, buy a special edition Pro controller when they come out.
100%.
Yes,
100%.
because I missed out
on the
on all of the
Smash
really good
and the
special
Splatoon
editions.
and the
I missed
Monster
out on
Hunter.
Splatoon, the Monster Hunter. I missed out on the Xenoblade
Smash.
one, Smash Brothers one. I missed out on all of those really good Pro controllers.
Same.
And it sucks because I was working at GameStop at the time. I could have
Yeah.
just put money down on it and just paid on it until it came out, you know?
Yep. Well, the problem is those sold out so fast too.
Yeah.
They was almost by the time like they told like the public they were gone.
Yeah, and then you had to do the ship from store where you had to go through and pay the full amount. I'm like, nah. Yeah.
So, Joy-Con 2s will be $90. That's a big price hike compared to buying Joy-Cons.
Weren't they 60?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just all the extra features and stuff inside the Joy-Con 2s. That's
all. You can buy a charging grip for $35. But the other accessory I want to mention, because I'm not going to go down here and list all the accessories like the wheel and the plastics and all that. No, fuck that.
I will say the charging grip is definitely a purchasable thing. Like,
yeah.
I think with what they're doing and everything with the Switch, if you already have a Pro controller and you just want an additional controller, just buy the charging grip.
Yeah.
That way you can have that shit on the TV and shit like that, you know?
So, I don't think Nintendo learned from Microsoft's mistakes for this next accessory, Jamie.
No, they did not, because I do not know why they did this.
Y'all remember Xbox Vision and playing Uno? And the reason why Xbox Vision no longer worked? Because motherfuckers were playing strip Uno?
Yeah.
There's a Nintendo Switch camera.
Yeah. I really feel that Nintendo has probably looked into this as best as they possibly could, where you can only be friends with people, you can only see people that are on your friends list.
So you want to know what I think?
What?
I think they looked at this and thought only about what Japan would do. Not what America would do.
Yeah, oh god. America, fucking UK, all the other shit.
America will be playing Super Mario Bros. And we'll be talking shit and go to steal your stars and show you our cock.
Gross.
Tell me I'm wrong, though.
You're definitely not wrong. I can tell you that much.
I'm not saying I'm going to show you my cock.
I definitely foresee this as a bigger problem in the long run, which I think that they might need to curtail some things very quickly.
I'm going to laugh so hard when I hear of first court case involving this.
Yeah.
God forbid these things also get hacked.
Oh, yeah. I mean, these aren't Kinects. They're just cameras.
Yeah.
So they could
They're picking up anything.
Yeah, they could probably get hacked pretty quickly and pretty easily.
I mean, your Switch gets hacked. If they can hack into a Switch, they can hack into the camera.
Yeah. Now, however, there isn't really a native web browser on the Switch, right?
I think there is, actually.
Okay. Because I remember on the Wii they had the Opera browser.
I feel like there is. Let me check.
Yeah, because I don't remember. I usually don't do anything special.
I mean, neither do
Um,
I, but
I just hop on there for games and shit. So hold on, timeout.
no, it does not have a web browser app. Okay.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
There is no readily available browser app, but the Switch does have a hidden browser that can be accessed by changing DNS settings. So there's a
Ah,
workaround in there.
right.
Because I was like, I knew for a fact that the Switch would load up websites to things at times,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, huh. But I couldn't remember there being like a dedicated browser.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, okay, we got there.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely did. Um, I was about to say something.
I don't
I was
know.
going to say something about the Joy Cons. I can't remember. Um, do you think? So do you think when they do special edition Joy Cons that they're going to be a solid color like they are, or they are a solid black, and then they're like the under
Like
the
the rings.
thumbsticks. Yeah, under the thumbsticks are going to be that color, and then on the little strip where the buttons are at, they're going to be that color.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm thinking that so when you take a normal Switch Joy-Con right now, like
Uh
and you have a special color to it or a special edition,
huh.
like you essentially take that shell off and put a different shell on. I
Yeah.
think that's what it's gonna be. So you're still gonna have that like blue color and the like reddish orange color there to signify which side is which.
Right. Yeah.
Just the other stuff will be the special edition. Like essentially the black plastic will be what's special about it.
Yeah.
Um
Hmm.
so let's jump into these games before we end up with a 2-hour long podcast.
Yeah. It's getting late. Damn. I
Yeah.
can't believe it. Bro, what happened at 10 o'clock? Like I
Dog,
looked, it
right?
was like 10, and then I looked again, it's 10:50, and I'm like, wait, what the
So
hell?
gonna kind of rapid fire some of these first party Nintendo games.
Oh, okay. I remember what I was about to say.
Go for it.
Bro, are we gonna get our damn it, what the fuck is this game called? It came out on the Switch. Are we gonna get an Arms 2 eventually?
Oh
Hopefully?
my god. Maybe.
That would be really cool. Like that was a game that I think if Nintendo expanded on it with the Switch, they could have had like a nice major franchise added to them.
Yeah.
You know, because they even added one of the characters from on to Smash Brothers,
Yep.
right? He won an assist trophy. So
No, she
like
was a
yeah,
DLC character.
yeah, she was DLC character. So yeah,
The
man,
noodle arm girl.
yeah, I think that we'll end up seeing a lot of second and third versions of Switch games on the Switch too.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely a thing that's going to be coming down the pipeline. But all right,
Yeah.
yeah, let's go through and rapid fire games.
We got Mario Kart World launching day and date with the Switch 2. It'll have,
Which I think is
I think it's smart.
is very smart.
Uh,
Also, the amount of people, because you're about to go into that,
yeah.
is about to be phenomenal.
It's also the first brand new Mario Kart game we've had since the Wii U.
Yes.
Think about that, everybody. The Switch did not have an actual brand new Mario Kart game. Mario Kart 8 was a Wii U game ported to the Switch.
Yes, it was.
So Mario Kart World will have 24 players, which double. It'll have cars, motorcycles, boats, snowmobiles, and planes. You can grind on rails, on walls. There was
Go everywhere.
fucking Momo Cow was raceable.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Yeah. There was a free roam that you can pretty much go wherever, find whatever shortcuts on the map. And Knockout Tour, which is an elimination battle royale style mode where you have to place on, like, say, like, instead of like 12th, you have to get 8th to continue on to the next track and stuff like that, where you kind of just race around the world type of a thing, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree.
And Free Roam says allows players to explore the levels of Mario Kart at their own pace. They can go off track or learn routes, or even just take a casual drive through the countryside. And you can bring your friends with you. Cool. Donkey Kong Bonanza is a 3D platforming action game. It's Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it's Donkey Kong with destructible environments.
It's a 3D Donkey Kong coming out in July.
Yeah, which I'm still not convinced about this new Donkey Kong look.
Yeah.
He looks really anime.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen...
To me, he just, like, they gave him the kind of like new Nintendo look.
He looks more Pixar now. That's what I should say.
Like I said, he just looks like new Nintendo-y.
Yeah.
Like, because it's been a while since we've had a new Donkey Kong
game. That's true, yeah.
Kirby Air Riders coming to Switch.
That's a fucking surprise. I mean, Air Ride is pretty good, but wow.
Being made by Sakurai.
So you know it's going to be good.
Yeah. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are getting Switch 2 upgrades, which you'll have to pay for.
Of course.
Metroid Prime, and those will be on launch day. Metroid Prime 4 is getting a Switch edition.
Yep.
Kirby the Forgotten Land is getting a Switch 2 edition. Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an expanded version with Switch 2 mouse controls.
And camera controls, too.
Yeah.
They got camera games, and yeah.
Pokemon Legends Z to A will also have a Switch 2 version, which will have improved resolution and frame rate.
Which, it'll probably be better to play it on the Switch 2 than on the regular Switch.
Switch 2 Welcome Tour is a game where it kind of showcases the features of the console. Essentially like a tech demo, almost like the original Astrobot.
Which you have to pay for, which is...
unlike the original Astrobot.
Yeah.
Terrible. Dragon Drive is an online 3v3 game that uses the mouse controls, but it's like wheelchair basketball.
I don't have a problem with that. I think it's going to be fun.
GameCube games are coming to Switch 2 with the Switch Online expansion. So you have to have like the expensive one.
Which is fine, but it seems like
so much money.
It pays for itself, though. I mean, there's so many really... Bro, my cousin has it, and I played like Jet Force Gemini. Or no, I didn't play Jet Force Gemini. I played Iggy's Wrecking Balls because that's one of the games that I got. I remember getting it for Christmas, and me and him, I brought it with me up to my aunt's house so we could play it. And I'm like, fuck, this game sucks. And it sucks because the controls are ass. Like, yeah.
On launch of it, it'll have Wind Waker, F-Zero GX, and Soul Calibur 2, and then be getting more, including things like Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, Super Mario Strikers, stuff like that.
Well,
Fire Emblem.
Notably absent in that lineup, no Smash Brothers Melee.
Yet.
Because, you know, as soon as Melee... I'm telling you, Melee is going to be their ace in the hole. So when shit's getting, like, you know, it's kind of slowing down, like, at a rapid pace, they're going to be like, yeah, we're just going to just shadow drop Melee. And then it was like, wait, a fully playable Melee with online capabilities on the Switch? Bro, hands down, people will go buy a Switch, get that Switch upgrade so they can have the GameCube and play Melee. I think that's what they're working out. They're trying to be able to get Melee playable online. And
Maybe
when that happens, bro,
it's over.
you're not gonna find a Switch. You're not gonna find a Switch 2. I can guarantee you that.
All right.
Because Melee was the last game that was. It wasn't 100% balanced, but it was balanced enough that it was fun.
I mean, I feel like for the most part, all of them since have also been fun.
Yeah,
But that's a conversation for a different day.
true.
New FromSoft game. We're in the third parties now, everybody. New FromSoft game called the Dusk Bloods will be coming in 2026, exclusive to the Switch 2. It is a FromSoft Soulsborne style PvPvE game, so a multiplayer game.
Yep.
I don't like that.
It's
I
gonna.
think that's a mistake.
It's gonna sell well.
Well, yeah, it's FromSoft game, but
Also, a lot of people are talking about that. That is basically Bloodborne 2, but on the Switch.
Elden Ring is coming to Switch 2.
Yep.
Hyrule Warriors is getting a new game called The Age of Imprisonment, which will be a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, how wild is that shit too?
Yeah. Hades 2 will be released on Switch and Switch 2 before other consoles.
Nice.
Fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate Edition is coming to Switch 2.
So how crazy is that?
What about Xbox?
Yeah, well, they said they're taking care of the Japanese crowd first, so of course it's coming out on Nintendo.
Well, I mean, we know Sony actively paid to prevent that from coming to Xbox, even after the deal expired.
Yeah, which I think they're still fucking butthurt, which it shouldn't be.
So at this point, they kind of IGN kind of just gives me a list of the rest of the games coming. So I'm gonna just rapid fire them. All right.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Madden, EA Sports FC, NBA 2K, WWE 2K, Split Fiction, Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, hold on. I will say this: Split Fiction on the Switch 2.
That's smart.
That is a game made for the Switch.
Oh, for sure.
I don't care what anybody says. Like, that is a game. That's the thing that people have been complaining about. Where are more couch co-op games? Well, here you go.
Yeah. Street Fighter 6, Civilization 7, Hogwarts Legacy, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, Borderlands 4.
Yep.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4.
I like it.
Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. Fortnite. Enter the Gungeon. Hitman. You're right. Hitman World of Assassination Signature Edition.
Nice.
Also made by IO. Project 007. We getting James Bond in this bitch.
We're getting a new 007, which will
probably in the Hitman style.
Yeah, bro. What
a fucking time!
How cool would it be to have a 007 game that allows you to play each individual Bond from their era,
but
in a different era? Bro, how cool would that be? Bro, Sean Connery playing in Casino Royale? Bro, how much of the tits would that be? That would be dope. Amazing.
Starseeker Astroneer Expeditions. A Daemon Ex Machina Titanic Scion. That's right, we getting a sequel, baby! Survival Kids. Whatever the fuck that is. Star Wars Outlaws. Whatever the fuck that is, because only like 3 people played it.
Got him.
Silk Song. Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. Reanimal.
Nice. And that's just a short
Whew!
rundown of games that are announced right now. But I'm 100% sure by the time
Those are not all launch titles,
October,
everybody. Those are announcements.
yeah, by the time October and November rolls around, there's going to be a hell of a lot more games coming out and games being talked about.
Yeah.
Remember, we still have a pre-direct for Mario Kart coming up, right? That's the 17th.
I don't remember what date. I know there's a direct. I mean, essentially another direct
Well, Treehouse Live was today,
today,
and
and there's something tomorrow also on the
yeah.
4th.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll have already been live after this is posted because again, we're not live streaming.
Yeah.
But then
we have probably another big Nintendo Direct in June, probably.
I would say at
June.
least I would say probably before then. Well, no,
So
we'll at least have one in June, like in
yeah,
like the E3 times.
yeah, the E3 window and stuff.
Yeah,
And then we got the Game Awards coming out,
in December.
which is going to be nuts because then you're going to be like, okay, so what's getting announced? Who's going to get it? Is it going to be Switch exclusive or is it going to be multi-platform? That's what we're going to get into. And the
Yeah,
Game Awards, I'm pretty sure they haven't announced dates for the Game Awards yet.
it's December.
No, I mean, no, I know it's in December,
Oh
but
no,
like,
he announced the day, like the day it happened, like the day the Game Awards happened.
oh, really? Is it like the 13th?
I don't remember exactly.
Okay, because that's the closest that I could see because it wouldn't be the week. It wouldn't be the week of the 20th. That's too close to Christmas.
No.
So it'd have to be like at the beginning of the month, which would be the week of the 5th or the week of the 12th.
Hmm.
So it'd be either the first 2 weeks of December.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Which
normally when it is anyway.
So what?
That's normally when it is anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But one more quick thing.
One more quick thing.
Everybody that's made it through all of this, we're
Mhm.
coming up on 1 year of the Nerd Table.
Yes.
Jamie and I are
Mhm.
going to be thinking of kind of where we want to take this and all that.
Yeah.
Let us know also what you want. Like, what do you want to see? What are things that you think could be done even better, or that you want to see more of, that you want to see less of? Ideas. Like, I don't care if it's just like word vomit on a YouTube comment. Let us know.
Yeah. Let us know so we can improve and get way better.
Yeah, because the pipe dream here is that we're not just doing this out of our bedrooms and
Yeah.
work in a normal like 9 to 5 type thing, that we're able to make this profitable and do our thing. The fuck did you send me?
I'm saying,
Oh.
what the fuck? I'm just now looking at it. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
But oh yeah, there's one more thing. Rest in
One
peace,
more thing.
Batman, Val Kilmer.
Yes, rest in peace.
You were the best Batman. You had the nipples.
Yeah.
I lied. You weren't the
R.I.P.
best Batman, but you're like third best.
R.I.P. to a real one.
Yeah. It should have been Clooney.
What? What?
I said it should have been Clooney.
Holy shit! Wow, what a dick.
Look, man, if they're taking Batmans from me, it should have been Clooney.
Yeah.
I've already lost Adam West and Kevin Conroy, man, and now Val Kilmer.
Damn. Yeah, we have lost 2 Batmans.
Three.
Now 3.
Three Batmen.
Wow.
Christian Bale better not be next.
Yeah. Damn.
And Michael Keaton's getting up there, so they both need to be protected.
Yeah, that's true. They all need to be protected.
Like, you get them some goddamn Secret Service that protects them from death. You get them some spiritual Secret Service. Get them like a fucking nun holding a rosary and a priest, like just spreading salt around them every step they take. I don't give a fuck. Get them a New Orleans like voodoo priestess to keep them bitches alive. I don't care. Protect my Batman. Except Ben Affleck.
Oh damn! Why do you not like Batfleck?
Fuck Batfleck.
Whoa! Wow! Healing
Batfleck.
up today.
Batfleck can suck my taint.
Damn.
Actually, you know what? Not even taint. Sweaty gooch.
Damn.
On a hot summer day.
That's
fresh out of Under Armour.
Damn, I didn't know that he would give you so much consternation.
Post workout.
Damn.
Martha. Motherfucker sound like he about to bust a nut to Martha. And that's his mom. Motherfucker.
Yeah,
fucking piece of shit.
I didn't know that was a wound, sir. I didn't mean to.
Ben Affleck is the worst Batman. He's so bad. He's so bad. But yeah, protect Michael Keaton and Christian Bale. They need our protection.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to add to that?
I think you've said enough.
All right. That's it for this episode, everybody. God damn it. Do us a favor. Give us a like, a subscribe, follow on YouTube, Spotify, drop a comment. Please don't hold my sweaty gooch against me.
Jesus.
Make sure to follow us. As always, link trees in the bio.
Yep, link trees in the bio.
Until next time, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy. Also, just I don't know. I know we're getting into a time that is gonna be tough for everybody, but as long as we can stay strong, I think we're gonna make it through.
Well said, Jamie.
I understand. Trust and believe. We might be a little poor for a little bit, but if we can, rising tide. Fuck, what is it? A rising tide raises all ships.
Yep.
So we'll be able to get through this. Don't worry about it. We'll get through.
And until next time, sweaty gooch!